everybody, I'm Joey Paul and I'm an indie author, and welcome back to my channel. I'm again going to say excuse any kittens that appear in the distance. This is because I have kittens now and they do what they want, basically. So today I'm going to be talking about my current work in progress. I do these every few months, talking about what I'm working on for the moment. As you may know, I draft about 4 books a year and write 2 at the same time. So I'm going to be talking about both of those here, even though I'm nearing the end of them. So first is Project Witchunt. I'm not sure if that will be the final title, but the story goes as this. Young witch with undiagnosed chronic conditions is facing a pandemic lockdown while trying to get answers. With everything shutting down except for emergencies, Abby has a lot to deal with, but she's also got a good group of friends and they seem to be in this for the long haul. It's urban fantasy and I think it will be a series with the main theme being Abby looking for and hopefully finding answers for what's wrong with her. She's also very much crushing on her friend Yara, who, while they don't know that, they have given the idea that maybe they feel something for Abby too. While all this is going on, something that hasn't happened for a long time starts. Someone is hunting witches, the younger and more powerful the better, and Abby and her friends are in a unique position to start trying to help their parents and the council bring about justice for those taken and save those who might be targeted next. I'm having an amazing time writing this story. I adore Abby and I love the mystery weaving in between the chronic illness life stuff. It was a story that I've been wanting to tell for a long time, that struggle to get a doctor to say, this is what's wrong with you, and the added angst of Abby's magic being tied to her energy levels. It's been a wild ride. Even as I near the end, I know that Abby will be continuing her story. I just don't know for how long the series will be, but that's not a bad thing for me as a writer or the way I write. I did want to say that I know it might seem like I'm trying to capitalise on the pandemic, and while it is part of the story, it's not all of it. Abby's story came to me and I wanted to also give a way for teens of the future to have some idea of what it was like living through these times. On top of which, this book won't be out for a number of years, like 7 or 8, and things may change between now and then, which is probably something I should mention at the start of these kind of videos. Nothing is written in stone until the final draft, and while revising I may change certain aspects, and if so, then you'll get a different, but better, hopefully, story. So while I'm planning to start the second book for NaNoWriMo, I've not planned it yet, or at least it's still brewing in the back of my mind and will come to fruition when I'm ready to write. And the other work in progress is I Wish I Could Find You. This is the second in what will be a trilogy or maybe a quartet. Penny Note is 17, born psychic, and while her first story was all about saving her best friend love interest, the second pretty much picks up where the first ends off and tells the story of Penny's quest to find her friend Amanda. She's going on a journey of self-discovery, learning who to trust, and also getting answers about herself that have been denied to her for so long. I already have the idea for the third and what might be the final book in this trilogy, even have a title that might work, but for now I'm keeping that under wraps. Again, this is possibly urban fantasy, though I lean more to paranormal mystery. I can't give too many details without risking spoilers to the first book, and since that's not out yet and nowhere near ready to be out, I don't want to do that. But I am loving where the story is going, what obstacles are in Penny's way, and the budding friendship between her and other characters. She lives in a world where psychics are common and mostly in charge in positions of government because of their ability to see into the not too distant future. Penny has a choice to make when she turns 18, go to the academy and train to hone her gift, or choose the regular route and just be a psychic working any other kind of job. I've loved building the world for her and the characters there with her, and I'm so excited about getting to start the next book in the trilogy and giving them all the ending they deserve, even if it may be a quartet. So those are the 2 books that I'm currently working on. As I said, I should be starting the next 2 in November in time for NaNoWriMo, which I will be taking part in unless things change between now and then, so fingers crossed that they don't. And yeah, that's basically all I wanted to share with you today. I'm really loving both of these works in progress. I'm finding it really interesting to world build Abby's book because it's a lot of stuff that I would normally not have to note down anywhere, like spells and stuff. I'm having to think them up on the fly and work out what they do and all of that. And Whereas normally my stuff goes on note cards and I keep it all there and it's all fine. With Abby's World, I'm feeling like maybe if it's going to continue for more than a few books, I'm going to need like a series Bible, and I've never made one of those before. Like for Dying Thoughts, I started with note cards and that worked for me, but I didn't need to memorize lots of itty bitty details. I just needed to keep track of characters and cases and stuff like that. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting how I adapt and how I decide to work with it. But I am, like I said, loving both stories, and I'm looking forward to telling the next two in each respective series, and I'm overjoyed by it, basically. I love creating, and even though I'm on an urban fantasy paranormal mystery kick, I'm adoring it. I can't apologize for that because I love what I'm doing. What are you working on at the moment? What's your current work in progress about? Let me know in the comments down below. So that's all I've got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment, like, or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere. And don't forget to pick up Cramping Chronicles: The First Twinge. All the links for which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye!